Hey, good morning. How's it going out there? Good morning, good morning, good morning. This is the morning monster. I got my energy drink. I don't drink coffee. I got something about hot liquids, as many of you know. So I drink a monster in the morning instead of coffee. That's why we call it the morning monster. So let's jump into all this, shall we? Get started. Let's talk about what's moving. Start out with a disclaimer. Nothing I say is, an advertisement for buying or selling anything. Don't take it as a recommendation. This right here is intended to be fun, informational, educational. All trading involves risk. So if you desire that personal financial advice, hire and consult a financial advisor. And, well, that wasn't the one I wanted. Let's see. Let's reload this one. S5FI. Getting a little bit of pullback. Not a lot of pullback. Just a little bit of pullback yesterday. And let's look at this. So this is Russell, small cap, mini caps, small caps. Not really 2,000 stocks, but we made this high back here on the 18th of January. Yesterday, or the 23rd, I guess Monday, not coming up, making a new high, higher than that, and yesterday, not making another high. So this right here, that could have been the correction. But this could also be like an A, B, C. But this looks like it was a 5-wave move up, which is not consistent with a B. So this actually looks like that may have been all of Russell's correction. This could be a 1-2. Now, how do we know if that's going to be bullish or bearish? Well, we run a fib right like this from the low to the high using that 2-point tool. And we get this 50 and 618 ideal retrace zone right in here. Highlighted right here. So what we want to see is Russell come down, find support right in here. It could extend down to this like 1850, 1847 zone right in there. It could go as low as that, but ideally we want to see it hold right in here and then extend right back up through that high right there. Once it breaks out there, this is a bullish move. Now, how do you know ahead of that? Well, it's, bouncing here is the measured bounce setup that I look for all the time. I talk about in the fib classes, stuff like that. That is your initial entry. Now, the stop would be technically below the low right here. So if it's getting an ABC, I'm going to have to zoom out just a little bit and look at this. So like if it was an ABC type move and this is going to extend lower, your target's going to be down here. Let's remove that one fib off of there and do it once again. Right like this. So your target's going to be right down here, this black line, 1822 and potentially even 1800. So if we got the retrace there. And that's a reasonable retrace when you look at the bigger move up it did. Right back here off of this low from December up to that high right there. That 618 coming in again at 1800. So that zone right in there if it's doing the deeper retrace. Right between 1822 and 1800. Now, like I said, we want to see it bounce right there and break out above that for continued bullish price action. NQ tried really hard, made a higher high last night on Microsoft earnings and getting a crush down. That's 3 waves so far. It's probably going to do a 4-5, likely right into this same zone. That is a 5-wave bullish move up to a higher high. So looking for it to hold this area right in here. Right in there. Maybe dip a little bit below the 618. Hold that orange box. We want to kind of hold that. That's that consolidation zone from December. Hold the bottom of that and break out. Now, ES tried really hard to get excited last night. Made a lower high. And looks like we're going to find some support down in here around 39.75, 39, 4,000, somewhere in this zone right in here. And that was a 5-wave move up also right there. So adding the extra fibs, we could go as deep as like 39.60 and still kind of hold the the bullish ideal type setup, similar to the other charts. And if we could push as deep as 39, 32. Now, what does that relate to S&P, like the actual SPX? You need to knock about 20 points off right now. S&P 500 SPX is running about 20 points lower in price than the futures. So we're probably going to open up about 39.70 on S&P when it opens here at 9:30. Puts us right back around, right back to the target zone there. So we'll see what happens here. Probably going to open up right down here around the 618 level, and that was from the prior move. So let's run a new fib line off the swing low to the swing high, and right back in the same place. So 39.70 coming in just above that 50% retrace, so we may see 39.60 or even 39.44 on the S&P. So this retrace target moves down just, come on, grab the, there we go. That was a target for the upside, that oval before. Now this is our retrace target right in here, right in there, and then put us right back to that hourly roadmap line. Now, Microsoft was reporting earnings last night, popping like crazy and now dropping. Now, an indication that we could see extension lower is a break below this 231, 230, 231 price, this low back here from the 19th. We break below that, we can get extension lower. Microsoft was played out on the CVD right here, getting 3 reds. You could kind of predict we were going to get a retrace. Now, like I said, this breaking below here could lead us to an extension, and of course we have this support right back here. We're kind of double bottomed on 2 candles there. You know, ching ching, almost twin towers, as my friend Rob Booker calls it. So we could see a retrace down into this area right down in here. Now, I don't typically use the overnight price action for my fib lines, but you could do that. Looks like that was the low to high. So we, if this is going to be bullish, you want to see it hold right in this low zone right here if it's going to get continuation higher. Otherwise, it can retrace deeper. Goose, if you're watching this, man, be careful. It could dip on down to that 219 area if it won't hold on to this right up here. I know your buy price is around 225, so watch out for that. Another one, FSR, getting smacked down. Looks like it's going for a lower low here. Not great for Fisker's stock price. BA also getting smacked down on earnings here. I did a quick chart for my buddy Lieutenant Colonel Goose again, and well, that was what I drew yesterday about the close. Looks like we're getting a retrace down to 207, and it wouldn't be out of the question to come down here to the roadmap line after that. A little bit of drift off, a little bit of divergence there, and down to the roadmap line would make a lot of sense. Back to this 178, 180 area right now, and it may take a little longer. Could take out into March potentially for that to happen, or it could just wet the bed and fall down. Another one moving. These are ones I pulled off of Stock Twits, actually. The first all the way down to GD here. I pulled these off of Stock Twits as trending. So let's see. This one popping on pre-market data. I'm not good at the biopharmas, so it looks like we got some major resistance on this one right up here where these prior highs were, and I can't draw a straight line today for some reason. So I wouldn't expect much over 850 out of this one before seeing a retrace, unless they've got some crazy drug stuff, and then usually it just goes crazy and doesn't follow my chart patterns at all. Shop also coming in with, looks like a little bit of chaotic pre-market action here. This one could break out above this 45 and get super bullish. Looks like it's finding a little resistance, getting right above there. I have an alert already set, looking for a break above that 45.40 area. So we get above that, I'm going to be looking to be long And this is not just a day trade. This is like we're breaking above that high and reversing the fortunes on shop. Let me take it off the pre-market data there. So looking like we could see a breakout potentially on shop. Yeah, that looks pretty darn good. You know, yesterday it popped up and dropped. If we can get a true breakout and some continuation, this thing can reverse its downtrend that it's had for all of 2022. Started in 2021, looks like. So, yeah, that can be positive for shop. And Sava, this is, I do own shares of this one. Looking for this to get out of this consolidation. This is a nice retrace here. Looks like dipping to 28 pre-market. Yeah, that's a nice little start to a potential move off of this retrace here. So we came up, we retraced to the 618. Got to get up out of here. This thing's a volatile mother sucker. I got a couple videos on YouTube about trades I've done on Sava. You can see it gets some crazy gaps and crazy big moves. Maybe I'm a glutton for punishment, but I actually hold shares and sell calls against this on pops and stuff. So T looks like it was victim of the chaos yesterday and getting a little pop today. A breakout of this consolidation can be bullish for T. Looks like it probably wants to come up and refill to fill this gap down area. It did right back over here. That's going to be some resistance to get through for any kind of continuation higher on T. NEE, Nextera, looks like just sideways blah action. I don't really see anything interesting there, despite people talking about it. And Rocket Labs, looking like a downtrend. Now this thing could break out, and it is low priced, but looks like it's going down. I was talking about FCX yesterday, and it's getting a little retrace being talked about this morning, but just consolidating in this target zone that I drew. It got there a lot faster than I thought it was going to, but it's just consolidating that target zone. So break out or break down. If it breaks down, it's probably coming back to the roadmap line, which looks like it's a little higher now. If it breaks out, we're going on up probably to these targets up here around 58, 59. So now, stuff that was actually moving this morning, GD, look at that drop. Went from 235 down to 222. Whew, that's yeah, it's probably gonna it looks like it might come down and retest these lows. Yeah, it had a whole series of lows right back here. That's gonna be the support zone right now, and I would watch out if you're looking for an entry. You know, that right down in there, as long as it holds that 210 to 215 area and starts back up. You know, the highs are right back up here where it's been, 250. So that's a nice potential $40 move there. Cold. Yeah, if you hadn't heard, we're expecting some kind of winter blast to come over here in March, over here in the United States, and that could ramp up the price of natural gas. So this one is short though, so natural gas getting hit. I don't know which way he's gonna go. Natural gas was my 2022 play. In 2023 here, it just isn't looking as interesting sitting at the lows. So I'm not a gambler. I'm not playing on something that's just uninteresting and just keeps drifting off. FNGD, it looks like sideways crap. Not sure what the FANG 3 inverse ETN, yeah, it looks like sideways crap. I don't know. People gambling. PM getting moving a little bit, I guess, on pre-market. I have to jump down to see some pre-market here. Yeah, a little pre-market action pop, but looks like it's gonna get some retrace. So I would watch for that one to come all the way back down again. It popped up the other day after being down, so I don't know. That's doesn't look like any kind of pattern. Just looks like sideways choppiness. TSLQ was showing up. It's a daily bear ETF, and looks like we got a pop and probably going to drop. So the market can find that bottom I was talking about in the beginning there. NQ, ES, well, RTY, Russell. So that's S&P 500, NASDAQ, and Russell. All those were looking like they're going to find the bottom here in the next little bit and potentially bounce today. This one looks like some low-priced garbage that popping and potentially dropping right back. So it can break out higher, but I mean, look at that candle data. Like, that's just, it's got more volume than it's had in like weeks. I don't know. Low-priced, dangerous stuff. So yeah, we've got the market open now. Open up now. So let's see. Yep, 39.70 on the S&P. That was a pretty good call. Right down there. Looks like we could go just a little bit lower, find support, and bounce. So, all right, I'm going to go watch my IWM trade. IWM gap down today. That's my, there's my shop alert. Have to go watch that one. Yeah, looking for a reversal on IWM to come back and fill this gap back up to around the 188. 186.88. So I do a day trade on IWM, looking forward to the gap fill. The gap fills 80, gap fills 70% of the days. So, but it has to find a bottom. It can just keep on going. It can, I mean, this can run right on back down to here. Come on, click right on down to the bottom of the box, which goes way on down. Just keep on extending. So, alrighty, that's the day. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll be back on for the Morning Monster tomorrow. And have a great day. Safe trades out there. I'll see you in Discord. Thanks, everybody.